Just don't freeze and shit.
I'm not touching anything. I'm keeping my hands in my lap this whole
So
episode.
I was reading comments. Do I say the word obviously that much?
I didn't. I have to go
You
back and
almost said
look.
it.
I almost said it. I guess you do. I think you say obviously, and then someone else said you say some. There's another phrase that you say a lot. I don't remember what it was,
I
but
don't feel
also
like I say obviously. Maybe I do. I don't know.
somebody asked if we could get you to say banana at least once per episode.
Yeah, I know. I read that.
Which I told him it's going to be a mission now because I'm going to make you do it every episode.
Banana.
You say it like you literally say it like the Minion character.
It's a banana.
Yeah, you said, bro. You literally sound like the little Minion.
How do you say banana?
Banana.
Yeah, banana.
No, so you're not saying it the same way. You go banana.
What?
Banana. That's how you're saying it.
No, I don't say it like a robot.
Oh, yes, you do. Not you
Yeah,
saying it like
banana. That doesn't
you
sound. I don't slow it down.
say it then.
Banana.
Banana.
Mom, how do you say banana?
Banana.
Say it again.
Banana.
Say banana, Nick.
Banana.
Nah, you're trying to change it now. You sound like a fucking Minion when you do it.
No, banana.
Okay. That's fair. How's your
Whatever,
weekend?
dude.
How's your
Keeps me
weekend?
from cramping, so I don't care.
I don't know about that. Anytime we train legs, you were.
I haven't cramped at all.
I wonder what that was from. Because you were having very bad. Like, Nick was having.
Once I came back to Jersey, I barely cramped, bro.
I just think it was maybe from how much you were sweating during
Yeah,
those days.
maybe humidity. I don't
You
know.
sweat a fuckload when we train.
Because even in Vegas, I never cramped.
Well, does Jersey get humid in the summertime?
It's humid. It's pretty
Really?
humid.
Well, it's because
I
you're
mean, I
near
walked
the.
outside this morning. My glasses fogged up. So
Really?
yeah,
It's just
it's
because you're.
not as severe as Florida by any means, but it
No.
can get pretty humid for sure.
Well, it's like Chicago. Like, Chicago's near the lake, so if you get closer to the lake, it's a little bit more humid. It's just, I think, because you're
How
close
hot
to
is
it.
it in Chicago right now?
It's actually, it was a little bit cooler yesterday, which was kind of nice.
Well,
But,
what's cool? What's cool?
I mean, this week it's going to get pretty hot. Like, it'll be in the 90s this week, but yesterday it was like 75.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was pretty
It's
nice.
been like high 80s. It's been like high 80s, low 90s, right, Mom?
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's humid.
That's hot. Well, when it's 90 with humidity, it feels like it's like 100.
Like even like when we go to cardio in the morning at like 6:30 in the morning, like it's already like it's there.
Humid as fuck.
Yeah.
I feel like the weather's changed so much, like everywhere.
Well, dude, we don't even have like winters here anymore. Like it gets cold as shit, but like snow wise, it's
Mhm.
not.
Dude, even in Reno used to get, like when I was a kid, we would get so much snow. Like you get snow days as a kid because it snowed like a foot of snow and you couldn't drive anywhere.
Yeah,
And now it doesn't.
that was how it was in Jersey when I was younger, and it's not like that now.
They're controlling.
I mean, I've been home for like even was I home this winter? Not really, but like last year when I came back to the home in like February to do the last year's New York Pro, it like snow flurried like twice, and that was it. It was just kind of cold.
It's weird. It's weird the weather has changed a lot.
Yeah, now it's I don't know.
Well, did you
Hopefully I
see?
didn't jinx it. In this winter, it gets blizzards every
Now
other
this
week.
winter, you're just getting completely fucking snowed in. Well, did you see in Florida, they fully banned like chemtrail shit.
Why?
What do you mean why? Because it was manipulating the weather. Like, did you
Oh,
ever look outside when you're in Florida and you saw the streaks and then eventually it was just like gray sky?
yeah.
Yeah, it's like they completely banned it, and they said if you see a plane doing that, to call it in because it's technically illegal now.
I didn't know that.
So I think it should be everywhere. It should be in every state.
So they could just wait until they're over like Georgia and start doing it.
I guess so. If it's not illegal there.
See, here's a question. This might sound dumb, but if you think about it, if you're high in the sky like that, like super high,
Yeah, like
are you
30,000.
actually really like in a state? You know what I mean?
Yes, because you're over, like you're
Are you
over
really
the state
actually
though.
in the state though?
Then where are you?
You're in the fucking sky above every state.
What are you talking about? If you're
You're in the
over
sky.
the state in the sky, you're still over the state.
You're not in any. You're nowhere. You're in the sky, bro. You're in the clouds. You're not in any state. You're in the clouds.
If you look down, if you're at 30,000 feet and you look down, if you're over
Yeah, I
Florida,
get where you're, but you're not in the state. You're not in that
you're
state.
in the sky, but you're over the state.
You're over it, but you're not in it.
No, but you're over the state, so technically you're within the. They have like the. It's like when military jets go over and they're like, "Oh, we're in Russian airspace." Okay, you're in Florida airspace right now, and then you move over to Georgia and you're in Georgia
Yeah,
airspace.
yeah, but you're not like in the state. You didn't land, and you know what I mean. It's just like I could do
Yeah,
what I want in this sky and say, "Oh, I'm over Georgia now." Like it don't matter. Like
yeah, but you changed airspace now.
yeah, but I'm not in the state.
No, but you're in Georgia's airspace now.
Mm. I think it's when you're in the sky, you're in the sky, bro. All bets are off.
No, it's not. That
All
doesn't
bets are
go.
off.
So you're saying if an American jet goes over to Russia, all bets are off because now they're over Russia and they're in the sky.
They're in the sky.
Your plane's gonna get fucking blown up if you go into someone else's airspace without saying it.
Yeah, probably, but I don't think you can have a law over a certain state when you're like in the sky. That's just my thought.
But you know what I mean? Like it's that
I
place's
get your
airspace.
point, but I'm still
I don't
convinced
understand your point at
when
all.
you're in the sky, you're in the sky.
Well,
That's almost like saying you can't smoke weed in Florida. Let's just say all that was illegal on planes. If I'm
yeah.
over Florida on an airplane smoking, like it don't matter. Like I'm allowed to smoke.
So
Like I'm in Florida.
you're gonna bring weed onto a commercial airplane?
I'm just playing devil's advocate. Like if I'm in an airplane over Florida, like they're not gonna get me. Oh no.
No, but that's such a weird comparison to
Yeah.
make.
Shut up, mom. Just ride your bike.
Yeah, see, your mom agrees with me. See,
I just feel like when you're in the sky, you're in the sky. Bro. Like it is what it is.
I don't think you'd be good to be in the military because then you'd fly over somewhere and your plane would get fucking blown up.
Yes.
Maybe. Or maybe I just got no rules and I'll just
That's
take care of
not,
business.
that's not how the world works. How are you feeling this week? You're going to be 13. Oh, actually, well, we're doing a second 2 podcasts this week.
Yeah.
Everyone's going to be like, why the fuck is this uploaded on Wednesday? You guys get 2 podcasts this week.
We're doing 2 a week.
Mm-hmm. So midweek, how do you feel? Because you're what, 13 and a half out now, right?
Yeah, I feel good. Kyle wants to hop on a phone call. I sent him like because since he changed like my the check-in thing
Mm-hmm.
for me to make it simplify it, make it shorter because I was not gonna fill all that shit out.
Yeah.
And he like took out the box though, where like I can leave feedback. So like I'll send him a check-in and then send him like if I feel the need to give feedback, I'll just send him like a voice note. So I
Yeah.
sent him a voice note yesterday, and we're supposed to hop on a phone call today at some point. So,
Oh, it's good. Just talk over
but we're
game.
good. We're still very. I didn't send you the photos from yesterday, but like I'm still lean, and I'm
Your
like two
energy's
eighty
pretty good.
seven. I'm still 287, but energy's good. Yeah, energy's fine. I took like I said I took back doing intensifiers
Mm-hmm.
during training a little bit. And I think that obviously helped.
For sure.
Um,
What do you like? What are you doing right now in terms of your intensifiers for training?
I just like rest pause sets for the most part, and I would do that for like at least 3 exercises. So I just kind of took them out completely and just kept 2 regular sets per exercise.
So you're doing 2 regular, and then you're doing a rest pause as your third set.
Yeah, but I took that out.
I thought you just said you're doing intensifiers now.
No, I said my energy's better because I took them out.
Oh, I did not hear that part. Okay,
Yeah,
so
but
you're keeping them out for now.
for now, I don't feel I need it. I mean, it's if anything, my body just feels fresher, and
Yeah,
it this is where like mental comes into play, right? Because mentally, you want to do more
for
because
sure.
you feel good, and then you leave, and you're like, I feel like shit a little bit.
Yeah.
So I just have to remember, like I like to think I'm pretty advanced at knowing how to connect with my muscles very well. That I don't need as much as I need anymore.
You've been
It's
training for
just
15 years.
it's just the fact that I enjoy it,
Yeah,
but sometimes you can't always do exactly everything you enjoy.
for sure. I
So
agree.
I just make sure I stop at like two sets. If I feel good, I'll do three, and that's it. But I won't. It'll if I do three sets, the rep range will be lower. I won't
Yeah.
like do a high rep count. Like
Unless
I'm
you,
not gonna do like three sets of 20. I'll do like three like for leg press. I'll
yeah,
do like three sets of 10. But I'm not gonna. And normally that's I'm okay with that. But that's I
yeah.
keep the rep ranges a touch lower right now.
No, I think it's good. I feel like once you get to that third set, usually if you're going to do a set, it'll be a back off. Just because, like you said, you're not going to get the same reps. If you're doing 6 plates on a leg press, you're not going to probably get 20 the third set.
No, that'd be stupid.
Yeah. So, if like for your intensifiers, do you like to? Because you started doing them once you got closer to show, correct?
I did.
Yeah.
I feel like it's weird. I just feel like I always recovered better
Hmm.
with less food, which is weird. Most people are the opposite. But
Hmm.
once, yeah, the closer I get to a show, I'll even sometimes do more sets with intensifiers. Like, you know
Right.
what I mean? I'll do like 4 or 5 sets with an intensifier, and I'll be fine.
For sure.
Um, but this time around, I think because I am starting at a like in a leaner state.
Yeah.
I want to see how far I could take this prep and just keep the intensity pretty decently high, but
Mhm.
not volume low, but just not do as many intensifiers and just see if that yields in a better, fresher look.
Yeah. Well, I feel like when you get so advanced with your training, it's you just listen to your body when you go in. Like you said, like you'll do 2 sets. If you feel good to do a third, you'll do a third. But if you're like, I got what I needed out of 2, just move
I'm
on
good.
because that
Yeah.
third could put you over the edge a bit. Then you're like, well, fuck, now I don't feel good.
Well, this is where like I always tell people training's the fun part, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
So this is like I had some guy come up to me in the gym yesterday and said he took my advice, and this is what I always said. Let's just say you have 3 exercises you have to do for quads, right? The
Mhm.
standard leg extension, hack squat, leg press. And we all normally start with the leg extension, right? Just because that warms up kind of everything. It's a solid pump, everything activated. Let's
Yeah,
just say 2 sets, right? Done and done. You go to the leg press. You get done your 2 sets. Even though you might feel you got what you needed, everything connected phenomenally, right?
hmm
Why not just keep going on the leg press if everything feels perfection? And
yeah,
let's just say you end up doing 4 or 5 sets there. Fine, no biggie. But now you probably don't need to do the hack squat. You're good.
yeah.
If your legs are that demolished at the 2 exercises right there, call it
Mhm.
a day. You're done.
Right. Do
Because
you?
I always just say, don't stop something if it feels really good.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
Hmm.
because then, God forbid, let's just say you stop 2 sets, you go to the hack squat, and it doesn't feel that good. Like you kind of are going to get in your head now, right?
Hmm.
So I would just keep going on a certain exercises that's fun for you, that you feel good out of. You're
Yeah.
still progressing on, and realistically, that's a total of 6, 7 sets for quads. That's all you really need if the intensity's theirs. So at that
Yeah.
point, you don't even need a hack squat.
No. So are you doing hack squat and leg press both on the same day, or are you splitting them apart?
No, I split them apart. That was just an example,
Okay. Yeah.
obviously.
Because I
But
was
like,
like,
so like my leg day I did yesterday, was seated leg curl, some sort of an RDL movement, uh, Bulgarians leg press,
okay. Yeah.
and then Fridays seated leg curl again,
Hmm.
leg extension, hack squat, and then some sort of hip thrusting or glute
A
movement.
finisher movement for touch up.
Yeah. Now again, let's just say, for example, on one of those days, an exercise feels funky. Let's just say hack squats again Friday feel funky. I'll just do leg press again. Like,
Yeah.
who cares? If it
Yeah.
feels good, it feels good. You get a pump out of it, job's done.
Well, leg
That's why I
press and
don't
hack.
like. I like having the structured routine and knowing what I'm doing,
Yeah.
but I don't like to live by it. If
No.
I feel like that makes things mentally challenging because now you get in your head like, oh, I can't progress here. It's like, it's cool, bro. Just do something else. Like,
Yeah.
it's not going to kill. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, leg press and hack squat, like, if you think about it, it's the same movement. It's just flip flopped. You have the weight on your shoulders versus you
But
have the weight
yeah,
on your legs. So it's like, as long as you're doing a similar movement pattern to it, that's all that really matters at the end of the
I
day.
agree.
And I think a lot of
I,
people overcomplicate their training too, because they'll hear something you say or they'll hear something like we talk about, and then they go and hear, like, say Milos, for example, and he's like doing a giant set. He's doing an incline press superset with a dumbbell press superset with the chest fly. And they're like, well, I need to do this to get the most muscle stimulation. And it's just like, just fucking train. Like, people overcomplicate training too much, I feel like.
I can't do that giant set shit, bro.
No, I can't even. By the third movement, I'm like, I can't move my whatever we're doing. I'm like, I can't do this. Like, I
I
physically
I
can't do it.
think I think supersets are absolutely beneficial,
Yeah, for sure.
but like, could you imagine going 5 exercises and you just
You do an
nah,
incline
bro.
Smith press. You go over. You do incline dumbbell. After that, you do it the pec deck fly. It's like with like
You
no
you
rep.
might get like a good pump out of that,
Yeah,
but I just don't think the stimulus is that great.
I think that's what he mainly uses it for, is to just get a lot of blood flow.
Like that could be my opinion, no, and no disrespect to Milos, but that could be good for like a deload workout. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Everything's kind of like low weight, 15, 20 reps, pump it up, the three
Mhm.
or four rounds, get
Have you
out,
ever trained
goodbye.
with him before?
No, it's not my style. I refuse.
Okay. Who
I
have you
told him
trained?
that.
Who have you
You know
trained
how
with?
Milos is. He's like, oh, come on, let's do legs. I'm like, I'm good, bro.
Yeah, you're like, I don't want to do this.
I'm good.
Who have you trained with out of all the old school guys that you enjoyed the most?
Old school, I haven't.
You haven't? You haven't trained with like Dorian, Kevin, any of them? Really? I thought you have. Interesting.
Nope.
Is there anyone
Nope.
that you would want to train with?
Um, I mean, I did for Olympia TV. I don't know if it counts. Chris Cormier put me through a workout.
Yeah, that counts for sure. Did you like his
That
style of
was that
training?
was fun.
Yeah.
I did
Okay.
enjoy that. But like I told you, bro, like with me, as much as like I'm in the gym to win Olympias, I'm in the gym. It's peacetime.
Yeah, you want to
It's my.
have
I
fun.
don't. I don't like no like fuck off. I'm training. I
Yeah,
don't. I'm doing my own thing.
yeah.
Like I get there's a time and a place, obviously for all that, but I just always felt I did better unless I had a partner. Like you or even Kyle was good. At the old time, even training when I used to train with Matt, he was really good when they could just bring out the demon in me.
Yeah.
With those being exceptions, I always just did better training by myself. I like to go in. I have what I want to do. I don't have anyone trying to dictate this, dictate that. It's just
Mhm.
I'm in my own realm. I train hard. I get in, get out, and I feel good.
Hey, you're able to actually like get your workout done within like an hour or two if you're pushing
That
it.
and
Not
it's and I think people get mad at me sometimes. They're like, "Why don't you ever want to train?" It's like, listen, before I competed, it wasn't used for like what it is now.
right,
It was used as a scapegoat, a getaway, and that's still what I fucking use it as to a degree.
for sure.
So like it's like my alone time.
Yeah,
And people like some not all, I mean, there's some that like would get offended. And I'm like, look, bro, like it's not
it's not personal.
no, like we all have things we like to do somewhat alone sometimes.
Yeah, no, I agree
And
with that.
unfortunately, this one's mine,
No,
So
I agree. I think it's funny because a lot of people see, like, when we were training together now, because you would kind of like joke around more. Like, in between sets, obviously,
Yeah.
versus before they just see you. It's like you go into the gym, you're just like train, nothing, don't say anything, and leave.
Yeah.
So there's a time and place for both, obviously.
There is. There's a time that have fun and giggle and fuck around, and then there's a time where it's like, all right, dude, like, let me know what weight you want to use, and
Yeah,
that's what we're gonna do here.
yeah, for sure. I don't think there's a need for everyone try like go in with a plan of what you're going to train, but it's also like
Don't marry
don't
it.
what's that?
Don't marry it.
No, not at all.
Don't if you have 4 exercises written down, God forbid something don't marry to it. Don't get upset.
Yeah, I tell
You
all my
know.
clients like don't get married to your program. Like that's for
No.
reps, sets, exercises. Like people text me, they're like, I did an extra set on this. I'm like, cool. Do you feel
Cool.
good? They're like, yeah.
Did
I'm like,
did you get a
awesome.
bigger pump or what?
Yeah.
Like congrats.
So it's like, still, and that's the thing is that's what makes a good athlete is they're going to follow everything to a T, but at the same time, you're going to learn over the years as you're doing things from a training and a nutrition standpoint, what you like to do, what you don't like to do, what works for you, what doesn't work for you.
But this is where I learned the balance of that part, right? Like, and this is obviously I'm now going to start going back into using the RP app and keep track of everything again. But I've learned to not be married to it.
Mhm.
Like I've learned like this is my guide. But if God forbid one day I'm like, I don't want to do this exercise, I'm not gonna like get upset about it and be like,
No.
oh no,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna mark like, yep, didn't do it, did something else,
Right.
and it's not gonna make you or break you. Like it's
No.
okay. Where some people like they don't want to do a program at all. They just like to go in, get out, do their thing. And
Mhm.
then there's some people that marry the program and then it frustrates them when something's off, whether they can't perform a certain exercise or they miss a PR or they didn't match their weight and set, whatever the case is. It's like, it's cool, bro. Like,
Right.
did
No,
you
you have to be you
contract
have to
hard
first start
enough?
training.
Did you get a pump? Do you feel like it was still a good work? Like, and if all those boxes are checked off, it's like, okay, bro, it's like relax. It's not the end of the world. There's some days where I go in, I don't care to hit a PR. I rather sometimes like yesterday I did leg press, 5 plates on each side, 3 sets for 12. Were any of them to like crazy failure? No. But I
Mhm.
contracted hard up until 12. I got a little more stimulus because I added a little more volume to it, and my leg it was pumped as my outer sweeps were pumped as fuck. I
For sure.
woke up this morning not overly sore. Now I get to hit legs again Friday and not be sore at all.
Yeah.
So it's like not every day has to be PR. Like
Yeah.
you're fine, bro. Like
Yeah.
I promise you're fine. Just keep intensity, keep consistency, keep full range, keep controlling the weight, and you don't always have to go balls to the wall with it. You can still get a phenomenal workout adding just a touch of volume without going to failure all the time.
Hmm. No, there's time and place for everything. Like there doesn't have to be one set way for it to do everything.
No, and I
Mhm.
think that people just get stuck in a certain way, and I get it. You see something that works, and one day it doesn't, and now you're like, what do I do?
For sure.
What do I do? What do I do? It's like maybe do some supersets today, brother. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that would be a time where I'm like, maybe your body's saying, hey, either deload a touch and
Mhm.
maybe just control the weight better because that's not what you're doing, or just get a pump workout. It's
Yeah.
still going to be extremely beneficial regardless.
It's better to go in and do something than do nothing at all and like get
Like
frustrated.
I seen someone training where they were gonna go home, dude. Like they were gonna go home because the certain exercise they were using they couldn't they
Yeah, it's
weren't
stupid. That's dumb.
they were like, I can't, I'm not progressing, this hurts, that hurts.
Yeah.
So they were like gonna call it, go home. And I'm like, how about you lower the weight, control it better, get a really good stretch, can explode up, squeeze at the top, and just do that and let me know how you feel before you go home. So they tried one set like that, and they were like, oh, I got the biggest pump ever. I'm like, yeah, I'm sure. I'm like,
Like do
now
that
do
the
that.
rest of your workout.
Now do that just for the rest of the workout, bro.
Yeah.
I'm not saying you can never train like this, but like maybe your body's saying, "Hey, I don't want to train so fucking heavy right now. Let's relax the load on me and try." You know what I mean? And sometimes that ends up working better in your favor because you're like, "Wow, I'm actually feeling my muscle," and so
Yeah. No, I agree with all that. I think just training, people just need to relax a little bit when it comes to their training and just,
just have fun.
yeah, don't be so stuck up with your fucking training.
Cardio sucks. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. You enjoy it, sure, but it sucks at the end of the day. Dieting sucks. We all know training. It
Training's
it,
fun.
it kind of sucks when you're like two
When
weeks
you're,
out and
yeah,
you know what I mean. But
yeah,
it's still fun.
for
Like
sure.
just have fun, man.
Have fun with
Like
it.
at that point, if throw that shit out, take it.
Yeah.
Whoop, I'm just have fun, bro. Like
Yeah. No.
at that point when you're 2 weeks out, like you already have in your head kind of what your numbers are. But at 2 weeks out, I get you want to match it because you're like, oh, I don't want to lose track. But like,
You're
just
not
fucking
pushing for progress at that point. You're just trying to maintain what you have and you're trying to just get through your day. Like that's literally all it
just
is.
yeah, just go in and have fun. Like make
Yeah.
that the highlight of your day.
Yeah.
Stop trying to. And I think once people grasp that, unless they're just they need that whatever. But I think for most people, if they were to grasp that fact, they'd probably even progress better. Honestly,
No, I agree. Speaking of training and like update wise, you saw Keon's latest update? Oh,
yeah.
he looks so crazy. It's
I
insane.
He looks like ridiculous, bro.
I don't understand how he. I think he's like 220 something. Right? Like he's going to be under 212 weight cap still.
He'll be under. I don't know what his stage weight is. I don't. I think for the past one, he was only like 206 or something. I could be wrong.
I feel like he.
Um,
I thought he. Yeah, I think it was around like low to mid 200s. But like the fact that you
he
still have that much muscle to put on.
that's insane, right? Because he's so round and bubbly. But
Yeah.
that being said, dude, it's like I think he is good enough to go open to realistically.
Where do you think he would
But he could.
realistically, if he were to jump into open, where would he place automatically? Like who would he knock out of spots? Would he be in the top five his first one?
So this is what I'll say. I would like to see him up with everyone first.
Mhm.
But going with my gut, he's top five, bro.
For sure, I agree with. I was
He's
gonna say
in where I don't know where. I won't say where he'll be because we just don't know.
yeah.
But I have no doubt it's a top five.
I mean, you see people like you see 212ers that went to open. Hadi, Derek, I think
Bonac.
Bonac did it too, and they all did way better because they just let their body do their thing. And Keon's body obviously wants to continue to grow. I feel like when you take that block off and you just let your body do what it wants to do. It's like that one guy,
Yeah,
Stefan, that was in classic that moved to
yeah,
open.
bro.
He fucking blew up and he kept his waist tight too. Everything looks great.
There's certain people where like the body just wants to grow.
Yeah, like
Like it
you're trying to
doesn't.
hold it back and it's just not it's
It
not
it,
working.
it, it just it can't. It wants to grow, and I think
Yeah,
Keon is one of them.
for sure. And I think too with like that all comes down to a lot of the genetic component because like for me, I don't think I'd be able to do that because it's very hard for me to put on muscle. But then
It
you have
is.
these people where they don't have to really eat that much food and their body's just like boop, 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 boop. It's just continuously going up.
I'm one of them.
You're one of those people too. Yeah. So I think when you take that barrier off and you just let your body do its thing, there's a lot more potential that you can see. And obviously, seeing it for him, if he moves up to open, it'd be really cool to see what happens.
I wonder if he's gonna do the Arnold.
That would be interesting. There's potential for sure. I mean,
Oh, there's potential, brother.
there's potential for sure for him to do that. And it's like he's going to
There's
run 212 for as long as he wants. You know, like nobody's beating him for a while. I think the next up would be that you see that 22-year-old kid out of Turkey that just won Dubai.
Oh yeah, he looks good.
He's got a really nice physique. Really, really
He
nice.
does. See, the thing with Keon too is I would love to see how he does as an open show, but on like the other end of it, it's like you have still like so much room to just be in 212 and run that show for as long as you want.
Yes.
So it's just gonna be what do you want? Like, do you want to run that for until basically your career is over, or do you want to be like, I'm too good for this shit. I'm
Yeah.
going to the open. You
Yeah.
know, I don't, it all depends where his mind is. You know,
For sure. I think I feel like obviously he'll do
that
this
was
year.
that was like that was Hottie's mindset.
Yeah.
They asked him, "Do you want to go 212 or open?" He said, I'm too good for that. I go open."
Yeah. And lucky, I mean, he won an Olympia. It's like
Yeah, and his first
so.
Olympia, I believe, his was third. If I'm not wrong, I believe his first one he got third.
Yeah, he did. Hmm.
Yeah,
I think the only thing for Keon that holds him back from like moving up and open is just the conditioning aspect of like someone like you that gets super super grainy. He's
yeah,
improved it a lot. Like his last Olympia,
he
he looked
has.
phenomenal, but
Yeah,
I don't think he can get that super grainy texture to his physique like you get. I don't know. Is it possible for him potentially because of how much better he got
it's
last year?
it's getting better year after year.
Hmm.
Um, so I don't think it's not possible
Right.
because he when like I see Keon in person, like he's lean as shit, dude.
For
You know
sure.
what I
He
mean?
is. He's
Like
very
he's but to get like that skin, like that tight skinless look, right? I think it's achievable. I just think it's going to take a couple more years.
yeah, for sure.
But from when he started till now, like it's definitely improved.
Yeah, it's a
So
night
we'll
and day
we'll,
difference.
we'll see. I mean, he's got everything, in my opinion.
I mean, he's an example too of you continuously just keep putting in effort. Because didn't he place like 14th or something at his first Olympia for like?
Yeah, see, me and him, I'm thankful because me and him talk a lot now, and I felt like we've gone through some similar stuff
Yeah.
back in the heyday.
Mhm.
So like to even see him, get all the shit he's gotten. I remember when he did Chicago, qualified for the O, didn't want to do it because mentally it just wasn't there, and he
Yeah.
got shit on for it. And then I think the next year, I believe he did the Olympia and got like 14th or something,
Yep.
and then he came back and just started wrecking shit. And this is where, like, I'll say social media, it's just it can be shit sometimes because you don't know what people are really going through.
No. And
They're
it's a
all like,
sport.
"Oh, you qualified. You should go do it." It's a lot easier said than done. Like no one knows what kind of position, like mentally or whatever life thrown at him at that time was.
Yeah.
So to like to talk shit on him, it's like you don't know what's going on in his life. People prep is easy, but it's not at the same time. Like if you're not doing well, like that's not really gonna help you.
If you're mentally in a shitty position, like it's not going to make things easier with your.
It'll probably make it worse. And
Yeah.
I think that may have been the path he was headed.
Yeah.
So he did the right thing for himself,
Hmm.
and instead of people going like, "Oh, it's cool, bro," like we understand, like whatever they could have said, they just do dirt on his name. And I
It's
just
go ahead.
I don't think you should ever throw dirt on anyone's name. I mean, I
No,
think little talking shit's fun. I think, having a little camaraderie's fun, but I don't throw dirt on people's name. Like this is
mm,
you could literally fuck up someone's like dick. You know what I mean? Like
absolutely. I think
criticism's fine, right? I think we all need it, but like do it in a constructive way. Don't be a dick.
it's not even just in bodybuilding either. It's in all sports. Like, because I obviously have baseball stuff in my feed since I follow baseball, but
Yeah,
I'll even go to the comments on there, and it'll be a video of like some 19-year-old kid that's like pumping like 90 plus as a pitcher, and he just got signed to a team. And in the comments, are like, kid's gonna blow out his arm in 3 years. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you guys? I'm like, this kid just got signed to a pro league team. He's making millions of dollars a year as a 19-year-old, and you're wishing him to blow out his fucking elbow.
That's what I'm saying.
Like I don't
But
I don't
see, here's
understand.
my theory on that, right? Let's just say with what he was doing at the age he was doing, let's just say that was the road he was headed down. You don't say that. Like, you don't
No,
wish that upon people.
no,
That's like the inner team's job to pull him aside and be like, look, bro, like, you're fucking killing this shit. But for longevity
pull
purpose,
back a
let's
bit.
let's start to not do as much.
Yes.
But for like, you know what? Does that make sense? Like that
No,
for
it
the
does.
public to be like, he's killing it. Oh, he's gonna throw his like. That's the first thing you say, bro.
It's fucked up. Well, it's like one of my old training partners. He said he was going to bench 405, and the guy that was spotting him was like, "Don't do it. You're gonna tear your pec." He ended up tearing his fucking pec when he did it.
Yeah, no, I'm good, bro.
So now it's like you said that and it actually happened. Imagine if you just didn't say anything and you're just like, "I'll be here," and then he's not gonna. You know, like he's fucking upset at you because you just said you're gonna tear your pec. He ended up
Yeah.
tearing his pec. So I do think like when you put things out in the universe, like just out around you, then you're gonna think about it. He's like, oh, you're gonna tear your pec. Now he's in his head like, oh, like what if I do? And he could have
Now I don't.
misplaced
Now
his
I don't
hand
want to do
placement.
it.
Yeah, exactly. I think a lot of people now, it's just with social media. People get behind a phone, they get behind a screen, and they think they're invincible, and so they'll say anything because 99% of the time they're not going to say that to you in person at all.
No, they never. Like I've said to you before, they'll be the ones in your line shaking your hand for a picture, letting you know they're your number one fan. You
Yep.
know,
But then
and
you have
it's
someone
like
like you that remembers faces. You're like, no,
I
like,
remember, sir. Yeah, and I'll just laugh. I won't say anything half the time, but I'll just be like, "Oh yeah, that's cute, bud. Let's take a picture."
that's crazy. It's
You
so weird.
know, but yeah, I just it's like I said, criticism's fine. You know,
Mhm.
constructive criticism. It's cool to talk some shit here and there in a joking way, but like there's
Yes.
lines, and I think
Mhm.
9 times out of 10, every line gets crossed, and it's just like
Mhm.
for why, you
Wait, even
know?
for criticism, because we were talking about this yesterday, guest posing wise, I feel like people get criticized a lot with guest posing, even too. Like, I feel like you've seen it when you've guest posed.
I have for that's why I
Sean
don't like to
Roden,
do it, dude.
what's that?
That's why I don't really like to do it because like
If
you
you
can't just go on there. Like no one's gonna be in
stage
contest
lean ready
shape
condition, yeah.
9 times out of 10, maybe not classic, but like open bodybuilders, 8 out of 10 times they're gonna have a little bit of the distension in the gut,
Yeah.
right? Because they're eating, bro. Like
It's
we're eating.
realistic. It's realistic for your off season though. It doesn't show like you know what I mean? Like you're
But
showing
then
other.
we'll get demolished for that. It's like peak off season. I might be like fucking rocking lean, go got a little push.
Yeah.
It's the end of the fucking world.
Well, even when you're on stage competing, like if there's a slight, like in a
Oh,
transition, someone
God
gets a
forbid
picture,
I took a deep breath by accident.
and it's not just
Picture.
it's just you. It's like there's a couple other ones will do it too, but it's just specifically you. I,
I know. And I'm
I
like,
think more so. Well, do you like when you've done guest posings in the past? Do you have like a favorite guest posing that you did where you're like this crowd was fucking awesome? Like I actually had a lot of fun.
Jersey's obviously always phenomenal. I love hometown Jersey.
Mhm.
And I thoroughly enjoyed Utah when I guest posed in Utah.
I remember that one. Hmm.
I did it twice 'cause I thoroughly enjoyed it. They go crazy.
Really?
That was the first one I did in Utah. That was when I had a girl lick my chest.
That's so wild.
Yeah, bro. Like I went in the audience. Obviously you started entertaining, and it was like she was an older woman too, so it was and she was just like grabbing on me, and then she like licked my. it was it was an interesting one. She
Yeah.
was definitely a gilf, as I would call it.
All right. Good to
She was a
know.
gilf.
Nick likes
So
grandmas now. That's good to know.
no, I don't. I'm just saying like that's what she was
You're
very
gonna have a lot
old.
of them up under the comments section now. Like Nick, I'm in Jersey. I'm 20 minutes away.
Yeah, right. No, she was just like an older. She was at least late 50s, bro.
Bro, someone's grandma out there looking your chest. That's crazy.
And I had tan on, bro.
Yeah, it probably does not taste good at all.
Like so, I'm like, that's gotta taste funky. Like you're looking like, how's your tongue look?
Yeah, yeah, it's just all like brown
You
now.
got like bronze on that shit, oil,
That's so
like.
funny.
But it was fun. So that's why I went back and did it again. And they love bodybuilding.
Mhm.
They go
When's the
crazy.
show? What month is the show in?
Did I go?
No, what like what? Yeah, when's the show that they do? Like what month is it?
I think it was like March, dude. It was like at the end of. It was right after the Arnold, pretty much.
Is it the Wasatch Warriors show?
No, it wasn't that one. Um, but it was. I think it was around that time frame.
We should do that one every year.
Eh,
If it's fun, if you like a crowd that enjoys it, you know what I mean? So I feel like it's
yeah.
like a fan, especially when you have cool crowds like that you enjoy. Like it's cool to be like oh, Nick comes here every year. Like it's
Yeah.
always like a bigger, better crowd. You know what I mean? From like a fan
So,
perspective.
like I said, some were fun, but there's. It's just like sometimes you get criticized and you just don't want to fucking deal with it. Like.
I think, yeah, which I understand that from your perspective. I also think like either way, you're gonna get criticized no matter what you
No
do.
matter what,
So it's
dude.
like if you're having
No,
fun
I
doing
know, and I've learned to just like it's whatever at this point,
it,
but it's still like it's always in the back of your mind
yeah, it's always gonna be. You're
because
human.
I'll
You're
look at
not a
my
robot.
guest posing and I'm like, oh, I look fucking like I look. This is off season,
Yeah.
and
You have
then
one comment that says
yeah,
some dumb shit, and you're like, ruin my fucking day.
yeah, fucking dick. No,
But
I've learned to like obviously not let them bother me, but because of because I've learned though, but I honestly haven't guest posed like really guest posed in 2 years,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah,
So I haven't. It hasn't really even been a thought.
I think you should do more guest postings. I think it'd be cool. See, you know what's crazy is yeah. See, there you go. I
Here's my
feel like
guest posing.
I feel like uh, from like a perspective of like because a lot of people have seen it even with you in just like the past year how much you've changed in a positive manner, just like your energy, how you are like in the
Yeah.
gym, that kind of stuff. I feel like I'd like to equate to helping out with some of that and bring out your funny side more.
You did.
I feel
Credit
like
where
you're a good
credit's
influence.
due. You are. You've been a positive influence.
I appreciate that. Well, more guest posing. You should do the show next year for guest posing.
Well, I'm not reaching out. It's something either you
Oh,
reached
I
out to
thought you
me
were
or it's
doing
a
it. I
no
thought you did
go.
it the past 2 years. You said.
Past two, like 3 years ago.
Oh,
Did
damn!
you
It's been
miss the
that
part where
long.
I said I haven't guest posed in 2 years?
Well, you guest posed last year at Pittsburgh. No, did you not do Pittsburgh last year?
Um,
You did because you were. It was right before New York,
oh, it was right before New York, yeah, and I got shit
right?
on for that. So
That's so fucking dumb, bro. That's so stupid. Well, with you when you because
yeah, I guess I did. I forgot about that one. It's just like when people forget I did New York and I haven't competed in 2 years. I
that's so dumb. That
forgot to
was so
get that
dumb.
part.
That was so funny when you did the RX Muscle interview and he was talking about you not compete. You're like, I literally competed last year. What the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah, they were like, "Oh, Colombia." Wow. I'm like, "Well, be specific. Say that."
When you eventually do win a Mr. Olympia, which is coming up very soon, because I
Yeah,
already think you're a very good ambassador for the sport, and let alone when you are Mr. O, it's going to be even better because like now you're like the standard of Mr. Olympia. Are you gonna do more like event wise stuff and like meetups and everything?
yeah. I mean, I don't want to. I don't want to say I feel like I have to because I don't. That makes it sound bad, but
Well, no, I mean
I feel like it's you should want to,
for
right?
sure,
As the ambassador.
absolutely,
And I think that will be like a true turning point in my life.
yeah,
Because I've told you, bro. Like my goal is to win the Olympia and then continue to win the Olympia, right? So like once I win, I feel like I could probably breathe a little bit,
hmm
and that will allow me to want to do more events and have fun with it.
for sure,
And then when it's time to lock in again, it's time to lock in again.
yeah.
but I'm I just pride myself on being very tunnel vision until a goal is done, and then
Yeah.
I can breathe a little bit.
Right.
But I think once I reach that, winning the Olympia, it'll allow me to kind of take a deep breath, relax, and just enjoy time and do more shit like that.
Totally. Because I know traveling for you isn't the most easy thing with everything you have to bring, and like just from like a perspective of you sitting on a plane for a while, depending where you go,
Yeah,
it's not the
no,
most comfortable thing. But
no,
I think people seeing you at more events throughout the year, everybody loves you. You have a very, and I mean this in a respectful way, like a very cult like following in the sense of like people have followed you for a very long time and they're a very close group of people.
yeah,
And I think it'd be cool to see you at more events eventually.
no. I'm definitely gonna make the effort because I like obviously like I said, traveling is a no go. I hate it
I know.
like with a passion. But
Yeah.
when I'm there and like I'm around everyone, I love it. It's always probably the funnest time.
I don't think there's any, like, I don't like flying. Like, it's like if I didn't have to fly, I wouldn't. But like you said,
Yeah,
being
but
up there,
you don't like cry about it like I do.
no, yeah, when we had to fly, we had to fly Spirit to the Arnold, and you were in a regular fucking seat.
I was like, bro,
You were like, dude, I looked in the aisle. You were like spilled over. Your whole body was in the fucking aisle. They come by with a little drink cart. They like smash you. You're like, oh, sorry.
dude, I remember I was napping and this girl hit my fucking elbow so hard with that cart, dude. I I don't I was just like, what the fuck?
You know what was funny is we were playing iMessage games together, and every time I beat you, I looked up. I saw you on your phone. You were like, I just saw your head move because you couldn't fucking turn around. But that was so funny. Nick and I played when we went to the Arnold. We literally were playing pool, darts, cup pong. I honestly think you only beat me in like one of them.
Yeah, I won one game.
When you did, we stopped. You didn't play anymore.
I don't it was I was like,
You're like, I'm
I
not
won, I'm
playing
done.
this anymore.
Was it which one was it? Do you remember? I don't remember which one it was.
Um.
Was it checkers?
Oh, Connect Four.
Connect Four.
It was Connect Four, the most easiest fucking game. You're like, we're playing this. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I'll play Connect Four. I'll beat your ass in this one. Every other game. Beer pong got my ass whooped. Checkers got my ass whooped. Basketball got my ass whooped. Anything. I didn't even lose, bro. Darts got my ass whooped.
Yeah, you're good at games.
Connect
Oh,
Four was a battle.
this is pretty fun.
Was it fun?
Yeah, because it's literally it's just go fish, but it's go fuck yourself. But some of the cards are like, it's funny what some of the cards say. So
Go
you know how
fuck
Go
yourself.
Fish works, where there's like multiple, and then do you remember how to play Go Fish?
Yeah. Yeah, I
Yeah,
love Go Fish.
we'll play this when you come to Chicago.
I'm down.
It's very fun. Um, your birthday is coming up soon.
Yes, less than a month.
Are you excited?
For 31, no, bro. It's an
Why?
awkward age. It's like an awkward age, right? Like 31, cool.
Hey, in your
I
30s
feel
now,
like
you're
the
gonna
cool
get,
birthdays are like by fives.
yeah, like 35,
It's
40.
always like, because it's the middle point, right? Like, oh shit,
Yeah.
35, halfway to 40, you old motherfucker. Right? And then you hit 40, you're like, oh shit, old as fuck. And then
I
it's
feel it.
45, and the height goes down. It's like, oh, 45.
You're like, shit, I'm 50. You like lived half a century.
You're on your way out, dog.
No, I think, do you guys have anything planned? Because you'll be, what, like
No.
10 weeks out?
Bro, you know me by now to know I don't plan shit in advance.
Or I'm saying like a movie or
I'm like
something.
no, bro. I'm like, whatever happens, a week is when I'll be like, yeah, what's the game plan?
Yeah. No, I get
But
that.
like, I'm in prep, right? So like, I've always been in prep in majority of all my birthdays. So it'd be like a cool little celebration. We all hang out, and that would be it. We wouldn't really celebrate it, honestly, until like after the show was done. But the past couple of birthdays, obviously I was able to celebrate, with my ex at the time, where I was allowed to go out to dinner and stuff. So I don't know what this will bring because that Olympia was also before in 2023. That Olympia, I believe, was what, November. So I was a little more. It was like 14 weeks out when my
Yeah.
birthday happened versus what, 10 weeks,
Yeah.
9 weeks. So we'll see where I'm at. I mean, I'll send you my pictures from yesterday. I mean,
That's what I'm saying. With how lean you are, I feel like because you're keeping one free meal in a week right now, right?
I haven't had it in like 3 or 4
You
weeks.
still aren't. Kyle told you to go do one,
I know I didn't do it.
bro. Just go. If he's telling you to have it, go fucking eat it.
The problem is, bro, if I don't crave anything, I just, and my body weight's still going up, I don't crave nothing. I just don't feel the need to do it. I feel like refeeds are for a purpose. And if
For sure.
everything in my life is flowing fine, and let's just say on Sunday or whatever, like we're all just hanging out, chilling, watching movies, whatever, I'm not gonna be the one to be like, I gotta get my refeed. Like I'm chilling, bro. Like I'm
Kyle told me
good.
that in prep. I'm like, all right, cool. I'll go do it right now.
Yeah, but you also have to understand I'm eating a fuck ton of food.
You are eating a lot, which I think he's wanting to see just how your body responds to you doing it. I think is just the biggest thing. I don't think he cares really on seeing your body weight go up. He just wants to see what happens when you eat it.
No, I know, but I also just I don't want to feel like shit.
Go get Five Guys. You don't feel like shit after Five
I'm in
Guys.
a I'm in a yeah, but I'm not hungry for it, bro.
It's a good
I'm that
little
I'm that
red.
client, dude. Like
Yeah,
if I don't feel like I'm in a spot where I want one, or we're not in like a prep setting where it's like I need you to do this so we can see how this really works.
mm,
I'm good. I
yeah,
rather just be in my groove, and if like mentally I'm not like strung out on like I need food. I don't like I'm doesn't bother me.
yeah. That's
I mean,
understandable.
realistically, the only reason why I did so many cheats last year was because I was in a relationship.
Yeah,
So I did it more for I enjoyed it, sure, but I did it more for the sanity purpose of the relationship.
right. Just to create like
Me,
more normalcy.
yeah, me being now I don't give a fuck. Like
Yeah,
I'm good, bro. You
yeah,
know, like I'd rather give me a high day with like a muffin and two or three of the meals or something. I'm content with that, bro. I don't
mm,
unless my family's like, look, we all want to have a family dinner. We do cool. I don't mind that, but like I said, if we're all just hanging out, no plans are made, and it's like I'm not gonna be that guy to be like, oh, I need my refeed.
right. Yeah,
I'm
no, I
chilling.
agree. Yeah, the Dunkin' muffins are good though. Those are
I think I've had majority of every muffin. I think from every like
chain.
local pastry place you could call it
Okay.
chain. I think Dunkin' for me is still the golden.
Beats local places.
Some, yeah, for
Dude,
sure.
there's so many good pastry shops here in
That's
Chicago.
what I'm saying. Here in Jersey, I'm saying like
Yeah,
Chicago. That's the thing, right? Like going into the city, I'm sure I'll find something better than fucking Dunkin'.
for sure. Yeah.
But like out of Dunkin', the Starbucks, even Panera Bread, even like the little tiny bakeries.
Mm.
There's some that are very close. You know what gives Starbucks or Dunkin' the edge for me?
What?
The little sugary crystals on top, man.
Dude, when I got a muffin, I think like a couple weeks ago. You know how like the coffee cake one, it's like the stuff on it was like coated. It was like a coating on top of the muffin. I'm like, okay, these ones are gonna be fucking good.
Fuck yeah, dude.
So, but you like
There's
blueberry. Blueberry is your favorite, right?
coffee was phenomenal when Kyle made me eat them for the shows, but yeah, blueberry is my number
Top
one.
tier one.
And it's got the strawberry, the sugar crystals on top. It's fucking phenomenal, dude.
It's a childhood thing, I think, because when we were like kids, you get the ones from the store that had the little sugar crystals on top, the blueberry muffins.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it,
it's
it's
nostalgic.
needed. Like I've had Costco's, right? I've had Sam's. I've
Costco's are
had.
good.
Who's really good? I don't know if I'm sure Chicago might. Walmart has some good ass muffins, brother.
Never had their muffins. Interesting.
Trader Joe's. No, not Trader Joe's. I'm sorry. Um, why am I drawing a
Whole
blank?
Foods.
Publix has some
Publix
good
does
ass
have actually
muffins.
very good muffins. Yeah.
Publix had some solid muffins. I would actually, if I'm recalling the taste properly, Publix could be number one if they had the sugarized crystals on top.
I thought they didn't have them on the muffins.
Not the ones I had.
Fresh Market did. Fresh Market's muffins were
Fresh
actually,
Market did, but I didn't have Fresh Market.
those were really good.
I never
Those
had
were
the
good.
Fresh Market, so
No, I like muffins just from the sense of, especially if you're having a lot of food, it's low food volume, but you're still getting like 80 grams of carbs in with one.
yeah, that's it. And like
So,
20 grams of fat.
yep. I
Golden,
think that's
bro.
another. I think that's where a lot of people go wrong too. And I'm not saying to just eat muffins in like an off season, but if you're eating like 5,000 calories a day, 5,500 calories a day, I'm not. I'm not doing that with like
Oh.
rice and
No,
fucking
add a denser food.
yes. Because then that's where also you see a lot of these guys to where, not to bring like the gut thing into conversation, but if you're eating so much food and you're not controlling your midsection, that's where you're just pushing and it's going to distend your stomach too
Yeah,
much.
I agree.
So I think the
I
best
agree.
thing with off seasons is, which Maria's helped me with this too, is just lower food volume, like doing sourdough bread instead of rice. Because I can do that with a little bit of honey on it or jam or something. And it's easier to eat. It digests just fine. It's not a lot of volume.
You're not really into it now, but I noticed if I was to do the same amount of high carbs with cream of rice versus rice, I it doesn't fuck with me.
Like doing either
I
one.
won't get bloated.
Oh, that's good.
Like I don't know the conversion, but let's just say like obviously if you were to do 400 grams of rice, right? That's a lot.
That's
I
like,
think that's like a 110 gram carb, maybe.
yeah, which is
Be
around like
wrong.
130 grams cream rice.
Yeah, if I was to do that cream of rice wise, it's like I didn't eat nothing.
Yeah, well, it digests quick. Like if I didn't have fats in that meal one time, I should have added fats because it was in and out, bro. It was
Well,
not
because
good.
it's powder, right? Like that's
Yeah,
really all it is. So
it's
it's
like a
just gonna go
granulated
through you
rice.
faster.
Yeah.
That's why I've noticed in this. I don't know if you ever paid attention for yourself, but if I do cream of rice pre workout,
Hmm.
I will go a little hypo during training.
Oh, I always do. Whenever I do it,
Like
especially in prep,
and
and I'm like,
yeah, and if I do rice, I'm fine.
hmm
But but people are like it's the same thing. It's rice. It is, but one's broken down way more than the other. You
yeah,
know.
it's granulated rice. It's literally rice ground up into a powder. So in turn, you don't the digesting process is going to be a lot quicker since
Yeah,
it's already broken down. You're not going to have to break it down from a piece of rice. Like it's already a piece of rice to a little powder.
I agree. I
Have you
agree.
seen with reheating rice how reheating rice you actually digest it slower than you would if it was just freshly cooked?
no, I didn't actually.
Here, I'll get the actual like why it happens. Slower after, because I didn't realize this. I
Do you
don't
ever
know.
like think about it? You ever like wonder what you would feel like if you just didn't use rice for like a week?
I'm curious because it'd be like sourdough, pasta, fruits,
Like I would venture the potato route.
but then you have to eat so much. I can't do a lot of potato.
Well, I'm saying like I would do obviously a certain amount with like sweet potatoes mixed with sour bread and like just obviously in that route, but just take rice out completely for like a week. I would wonder how I like would feel if I would like be better or not or the same.
I'll test. I can test it out and see.
Like I'd be curious. Obviously, yeah, we're not going to do a 400 gram potato. Like that's ridiculous. But
Yeah,
I'm saying just not use cream of rice. I would leave in because I just think that's different in my opinion. But like white rice, like just take it the fuck out.
well,
Like I
even
would wonder how what we would feel.
cream of rice right now, I can't do. I don't know why.
Yeah, I think that's weird.
It's
Is it a
like
texture thing?
it never was an issue, but now when I eat it, I'm just like, this is fucking. I can't eat this.
Is it
Like
gross to you?
huh?
Is it like gross to you?
Yeah, like because Kyle has it in for my pre workout. I just use sourdough and honey now because I can't. I'm like I'm
Yeah.
not doing cream of rice right now. In prep, I can do it. Like when I get in prep and I'm actually hungry, I enjoy it. Ever since I got out of prep last year, I can't, like, it's so gross to me.
We
I
probably ate
really,
it too much, bro.
huh?
Probably ate that shit too much.
Yeah, because 3 of my meals throughout the day were cream or rice.
Yeah.
That's why. I'm saving the bags still for prep because I know I'm going to use them. But I'll sit down and I look at it. I'm like, no, I'm not eating this.
See, I don't mind it yet. I'm not at that point yet. I got at that point sometimes with the rice, but
I
never
feel
with
like in your
cream.
off season, you'll get to it. You're going to be like, I'm not fucking eating this.
Oh, probably.
With the rice, with the reheating. So it says when you first cook rice, the starch granules absorb water, and so like it obviously swells up, and that's going to make the starch more easily digestible. But then for the cooling, when you cool it like in the fridge after it's like hot and then it goes cold, some of the starches reorganize into a tighter structure. And so what it does is it forms resistant starch type 3, which is resistance to digestion in your small intestine. And then even after you reheat the rice, most of that resistant starch remains. So you're basically creating more resistance in it, and it's not going to digest as easily as it would if it was just like freshly made.
So if I take the rice in my rice cooker and leave it in there all day
Leave it
and
on low.
not reheat it, just leave it warm,
Yep.
I'm good.
Yeah, because it's not like you're not cooling it. Like obviously it's going from like hot to like warm, but it's not going cold.
But it's still warm enough where like I
Yeah.
don't have to reheat it.
Yes,
So
and that's why a
it
lot of these old school guys like Jay, he said he'd leave his rice in his rice cooker all day and it stays warm, and he just cleaned it out at the end of the day.
see I guess my mistake is I leave it in there all day, but then I put it in the microwave with my meal
So yeah,
after I
I would
make
just
it.
I would keep it. Well,
But does that count since it's still warm?
I don't think
It never
so.
it never hit cold.
No, I would say no because you're not cooling it completely. Like
Yeah.
it's not going to cold. So if it's in the rice cooker still warm and you put it in just to get a little bit warmer, it shouldn't be an issue. But if it's going from hot to
But if it
cold
goes to
back to
cold back
hot,
to warm,
yes. Yeah. That's something I just
you
Maria
do
and I
that, don't
talked
you?
about it. Hmm?
You do that, right?
Yeah, so I'm gonna start leaving it in the actual rice cooker warm. I'm just gonna make
Yeah.
enough like for that day. I like it doesn't matter right now to me being in my off season because it's like I don't care if it's like this much of a difference of digesting. If I'm in prep, then it's like yeah, I want to try and
You got a
keep all
minute, yeah.
variables in a good spot. So anyone that has issues digesting rice, maybe try not reheating it so much.
That could be it. That's good to know though.
It's interesting. It's crazy we have the science to like figure that kind of stuff out.
Legit.
It's
Like
wild.
literally. It is.
So, well, I think it's gonna be fun doing 2 podcasts a week.
We gotta hold on. We gotta leave off with one debate thing real quick.
Okay.
I did it on my Q&A.
Okay.
I believe I know what route you're gonna take, but I don't remember. Are you a cake type of donut or a light, hearty, airy type of donut?
Light airy donut.
Really? I thought you were gonna say cake.
I like cake donuts, but like for example, Salty Donut that we go to in Florida, their donuts are brioche donuts. So it's even more of like an airy donut than just
Yeah,
regular yeast donuts.
I am an airy donut forever.
Like if you give me a
If I
good cake
want,
donut, I'll eat it.
yes, but like if in my mind when I say I want a fucking donut, I want like this light, airy donut that feels like I didn't even eat nothing. You know what I
Yeah, like
mean?
a
Like
Krispy
that's my
Kreme.
vision. Krispy Kreme, I get shit for it, but Dunkin' Donuts, I don't care.
Dude,
Phenomenal.
Dunkin's got good donuts. Like they have very
Dunkin's,
good
their
donuts.
glazed donut, it might not be as good as Krispy Kreme, but that glazed donut's fucking phenomenal.
They had a chocolate
The chocolate glazed topping, whatever you cut, chocolate
yep,
covered one, whatever,
yep.
phenomenal donut.
hmm
Phenomenal.
hmm
Light
I
and airy. Eat one, didn't even eat it. You know what I mean?
because
That's what it
I
feels
wanna
like.
actually enjoy them. I don't want to eat 2 cake donuts and be like, I feel like I have a fucking rock in my stomach. Like,
If I want cake, I'll go get a cake or a muffin or something.
yeah, we'll get
You know,
carrot cake. Yeah, exactly. Get a muffin instead of that. But like,
they're
if
good for it.
I'm going and choosing, and they have like 10 different yeasted donuts versus 2 cake, I'm gonna get like a pack of 6 of the Easton donuts. I'm not gonna choose the
100%.
cake ones.
100%.
There's a lot of good donut places here in Chicago.
Chicago's well known for their food.
When you come, we're going to different spots.
Philly's well known for like food spots. I wouldn't necessarily say food hole, but like Chicago, New York is like known for like food.
Well, Chicago is. I mean, there's like coffee shops on every corner. There's a lot of Asian culture here, just because a lot of them immigrated over from a while ago. Like when we flew from here to Hong Kong when we were going to Australia, that's a regular flight from here to China. So there's a lot of Asian stores. There's a lot of really good Asian food. We have this pho place literally across from our complex. It's so good.
I like Asian food.
The Asian food's great.
It's
good. It's a lot of it's really clean too because they use.
None of them are fat.
Well, no, bro. No, it's very rare you see a chubby Asian individual.
None of them are fat. That's all I always say.
Sumo wrestlers, but they eat like 10,000 calories a day.
Yeah, that's just because they'll eat abundance. But
yeah,
most Chinese, Asian, they're not fat.
We got to go to Japan, bro. Dark Sport just went to Japan actually recently.
Right after it was like right after New York, I think they went like the following week or two after.
Dude, Japan, I want to go to Japan.
I would go to Tokyo.
Yeah,
I want to go to Tokyo.
I'll go to Tokyo, and then I think there's another busy town there, or like busy city. I don't remember the name of it. It's like Oksana. Starts with an O.
I know what you're talking about. I can't think of the name.
I want to look this up before we get off the podcast. Oksana, Japan? Yeah, Oksana. Or Osaka. That's what it is. Osaka. That's another big city. But just like it looks cool. Like all the architecture there, everything it's not like the US where it's like everything's a fucking square and it's modern. Like,
cool. It's culture. It's culture.
Yeah. We'll have to go next year, maybe, if you have areas to travel. Yeah,
I mean, we'll see what the future holds. That's for sure.
We'll go within the next couple of years. We'll figure out a time to go. Well, I appreciate everyone joining. We hope you guys enjoy us doing 2 a week. Obviously, if you want us to speak on anything specific, let us know. Nick, do you have anything to say?
No. Thank you guys for tuning in.
All right. We'll see you guys for episode 9 this weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.